Hello, this is Steve Thoele, principal broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another update on the Newberg, Oregon real estate market. This update will be covering the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, January 29th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you. Before I do that, though, I did want to put a plug into be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel here if you already haven't done so. It's really a great way for you just to kind of keep up to date on what's happening in your local market in Newberg. So with that said, on to the update here. So this last week in Newberg, I show we had 4 new properties come on the market, and you can kind of see that's kind of in the middle of kind of where it's been, averaging here over the past 8 weeks. We had a low of 2, a high of 6, so right between that in terms of new listings per week. Ended the week with 62 homes actively on the market, which you can kind of see is kind of continuing to be on the decline here over the past 8 weeks now. We had a high of 91 listings 8 weeks back, and again, this last week we're down about 7 from the week prior, down to 62. The median list price and days on market for the actives, you can kind of see where that's been as far as price. We were holding pretty close to about 550,000. You can kind of see for the first 7 weeks here of the period. This last week it did dip down to 536 was the median list price for these current 62 homes on the market. And then the days on market for those listings, you can kind of see has been a low of 72 days. Had a high of 88 here about 3 weeks back. This last week came in at 77. So the past 2 weeks, it has been dropping here a bit. So that's kind of good to see. But still, it's over 2 months of average market time right now for these current 62 homes on the market. Moving along to the pendings, pending sales. So this last week, I show we had 10 new pendings in Newberg. That's kind of below the high we had of 13 here 3 weeks back, but certainly kind of towards the higher end of the range. End of the week with 35 homes in pending status, and you can kind of see that's been rebounding nicely here over the past 4 weeks now. We had a low of 18 pendings as we kind of came into the beginning of this year, and like I said, it's been on the rise from there. So definitely more activity in the market right now in Newberg. Median price and days on market for those pendings, that has been on the rise on both measures. We had a low of 470,000 in terms of the median pending price. It got up to 550 for a couple weeks, and this last week came in at 535,000 for the current 35 pendings. And then the days on market, we had a low of 42, and then 2 weeks back it had a high of just right at 100 days of average market time. This last week fell back about 5 days to 95. So again, certainly taking longer on average to get things in contract. That's still over 3 months of average market time for these current homes that are in pending status. And then we'll finish up here looking at sold listing activity. So as of the time I put this info together, I show we had 3 homes that went from pending to sold last week in Newberg. Certainly kind of towards the lower end of the range on a weekly basis. And then when I look over the prior 4 weeks on a week-by-week basis here, this last week we came in at 19 homes have closed over the prior 4 weeks. You can kind of see that's the same as it was the week prior. Both of those are kind of lows for the past 8 weeks. So actual closings are a bit decreased here, but with the amount of pendings that we're seeing increasing, we should start to see this number start to rise in the weeks ahead. Then the median sold price and days on market, you can see where that's been. So we started off at 550, then it really dropped down. We were down in the 460 range for a good period of time, and then it's been on the rise here over the past 3 weeks now. This last week came in at 525,000 was the median sold price for the current most recent 19 sales. And then the days on market, we had a low of about 31 days early in the period here, and it last 2 weeks we've been right at 59 days of average market time, just right at 2 months of market time for the most recent solds. And then to finish up here, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So the red bars is the weeks of inventory, and we had a high of about a little over 16 weeks of inventory here about 5 weeks back. And it's been, kind of floating between 12 and 14 and a half weeks here over the prior month. This last week came in at 13 weeks, so that's just over 3 months of average market, of supply right now. So we've got about about 3 months worth of supply right now in Newberg. So it's been, as you can kind of see, it's been kind of in that range in general over the past 8 weeks now. And then the sale price as a percent of the original list price, you can see we had a low of about right around 91%, and then it got up to close to about 97%, and then it's kind of been on the decrease since that point in time. This last week came in and last 2 weeks has been right around 92%, so about an 8% discount on average off of the original asking price to get the homes under contract and sold here in Newberg. So that's the most recent update on what's happening in the market here in Newberg. I hope that was helpful. If I can ever answer any questions or be of any help, all my contact information is down below in the description. So feel free to give me a call or a text or send me an email. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have and see if I can be of any service. So hope this was helpful, and hope you have a great day and week ahead, and I will see you on the next update.